welcome to round 3 of Tuesday Night Takedowns here at Jersey's Cards and Comics in Hampton, Virginia. We're here every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. This week and next week, we will definitely be playing Expanded, getting ready for that Charlotte Regionals coming up on the 21st and 22nd in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, if you see any of us sporting our bets and you follow the channel, feel free to give us a shout out. You know, we love to meet people who like the stream. Up to 98 followers now. It's hard to believe we've come that far. We're trying to get something special when we hit 100, so hopefully after Charlotte weekend we'll have 100 subscribers. If you check out our Twitter, there's a place to vote for what you'd like to see. So in this round, we are featuring Tyler from round 1, I believe, versus Blake. Tyler is still playing that ADP Zacian deck with that lovely Noivern tech in there. And Blake is going to be playing RowEgg. So, you know, that Noivern may be putting in some work to help overcome that basic lock, you know?
Maybe.
I've got Evan joining me on stream this round. He, you know, drives 30 minutes to play and gets the buy. So it feels bad, Tyler's going first. Blake hit a mulligan.
So some of them actually pan out.
I'd rather play August. Can I just switch out there with someone?
Alright, so we see it looks like Tyler got one mulligan as Blake set up. Blake is going to be in the orange sleeves. Tyler's in petrol. And you may begin. It's lovely anti-coronavirus fist bumps going on.
Nice. Actually getting out of class because of coronavirus. Nice.
Alright, you see a tag call coming down, searching out that ADP. See what else Tyler designed up here. The only other target he has is Guzmahala, but, you know, might as well grab 2 cards instead of 1. Helps, you know, with discard fodder in this matchup.
Yeah. I think he's definitely going to try to be able to get that Noibat or Ditto or whatever he uses to get Noibat.
Oh yeah, he does use Noibat. Also having that Guzmahala, it kind of puts Blake in an interesting position where he can go for item lock to avoid the Stealthy Hood coming down, but then that lets Tyler attack with his basics for a turn. But if he goes for the basic lock, Tyler can use a Guzmahala to grab a Stealthy Hood and get some attacks off with that. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, what route they go with here. Tyler, quick ball and some quick balls.
I feel like the item lock is what I would choose to do.
I think so too. I mean, if Tyler had naturally had the Stealthy Hood in his hand, it looks like he does actually.
He's going to head and go, oh no, just DD.
I mean, he could go ahead and drop it down. And, you know, he's looking over at Blake, who started with just the Oddish, and maybe he's hoping Blake can't find the Rallied Executor, get his retreat card. And that is like a little bit of a ask, but it could work out for him.
Yeah, we have Charlotte coming up next weekend. I bought an apple juice, a Paw Patrol.
Alright, so Tyler throws that Stealthy Hood down on the RC Stelgapalki, which I think is, you know, fine play. That way you can still alter creation. Maybe Shaman's. I don't know if this is the turn for the Shaman though. I mean, he may want to.
He could Shaman and then Intrepid Sword.
Yeah. It looks like he just opts to go ahead and Intrepid Sword. That's an interesting grab off the Intrepid Sword there. Blake jumping the gun a little bit before he sees how to finish out this Intrepid Sword. Might not have changed too much about Blake's decisions, but no, never hurts to watch your opponent play everything out that they're going to play.
You just have to believe.
I don't really understand the no Intrepid Sword.
Well, yeah. You mean the no attachment off the Intrepid Sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. You know, it's nice to have the energy to
Maybe he wants
give to
to
Arceus next turn.
Maybe he wants to put it on Noivern for the Sonic Bomb.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fine too.
I can try, but just get my jump off this building, I'm only going
I
down.
actually think it might have. Well, no.
But I think like if you get attached, you'd also be able to just attach once more and be able to manually retreat as opposed to having to fish for like a switch or something. So you know, it's one of those places where like the plays come in multiples. So you see Blake bridgeting, throwing down Oddish, Pseudo, Wudo, and RowEggs.
I don't know about Pseudo. I don't think that's a worthy thought.
I'd be curious what he's hoping to accomplish with the second Pseudo Wudo there. But we
feel
see
like
that
I would have went
retreat.
for Oddish. Get as many Oddishes on.
Yeah. Now we're going to see which route he goes with Super Growth. We see the Gloom
Yeah.
and the item lock Vileplume come on down.
I mean, if you know Tyler's going to go ahead and alter, I mean, he's also got to find a way to retreat, you know. I feel like you've got time to super growth all your plumes.
Oh yeah, I mean, and this is why I think Tyler really messed up by not going ahead and taking that attachment on Intrepid Sword. Because we'll see what his top deck here is in a second.
Another
See,
one.
he would have been able to get off that retreat and go into an alternate creation. And then he could have, you know, just had to fish for another energy to attack with that RC Stealgapalkia. So I guess we'll see if that comes back to bite him or if it ends up being fine in the end.
He does evolve.
So getting that Noivern down, Noivern down with no assistance. It isn't bad at all. So here's that attachment. I think we'll probably see just another Intrepid Sword. These other things, you know, he's got Guzman, Holland, Sycamore that could come down, but we see the Intrepid Sword. He
Now he
gets the
decides
energy. Yeah, and I think it's a good find in getting the Guzma this turn. You see Power Plant come down, not really doing anything other than looking pretty on Blake's side. Yes, Blake does know he can't get the same Bridget back, but there were two Bridgets in the discard pile, so it doesn't matter which one he got back, because it, you know, essentially did the same thing there. You see Gloom coming down. Oh, and he uses that inviting pollen to throw down a shaman on the field. It's a good, easy
He doesn't
target.
get the bonus because he has a full hand already.
Well, it has to be played during your turn, too.
I'm pretty... No, with Captivating Pokepuff, they ruled that if you used Captivating Pokepuff, that you'd get the bonuses on whatever you
Let's
drop down.
see. Need some language on the shaman, actually.
All your basic
I think it might be the same ruling as Captivating Pokepuff.
Let's see. When you place from oh yeah, this one it doesn't have the during your turn. Some cards do say that when you play the Pokemon during your turn. So yeah, if he had been able to have fewer than 6 cards, this time the shaman would have gone off.
Your boy was right.
Yep. Alright, you see another super growth, and now we see both of the Vileplumes on the field.
I feel like that Pseudo could have been an Oddish to get the plume and then just leave the Gloom as an option to manually evolve, maybe?
Yeah. So I think, like, it might sound strange, but Tyler's best course of action this turn might be to attach to RC Stealgapalkia, Guzma up the basic lock Plume, go ahead and take the knockout on it. But it looks like he's actually just going for an Ultra Creation play instead. Which, you know, isn't... Oh, wait, she's the Noivern come up. I'm not sure I followed this sequence of play at all.
We'll definitely have to ask after the match. what
Yeah,
was
I mean, if
going
there's like a follow-up with another double dragon to start distorting to, you know, take away the floatstone option or something, that would have made a lot of sense.
Blake can't play items himself.
Yeah. So, but I guess, you know, Noivern had free retreat, so, you know,
Does
didn't come-
Noivern do that?
or versus secrets.
Yes.
Oh, alrighty.
So, I mean, I guess that's fine. So we see see the Ultra Creation come out.
I think Tyler just wanted a few more seconds of thinking.
It could be.
Yeah, that's playable.
We see a Bridget for 1 coming down.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I do kind of wonder if there was like, you know, if that second pseudo would have come down and that Oddish came down now, would there have been, you know, a better supporter that Blake could have played, maybe like an AZ or Cassius to move the item lock Vileplume, so he got a turn to play a couple cards down, but I don't know. Alright, so now we see Guzma Hala coming down.
Definitely don't need those anymore.
Yep, not until that big boy over there, back there, goes down.
I think Tyler has to be careful about how many DDEs he spends. But of course, it's a tag team, so the game can only last so long.
Yeah.
It's just managing resources. Just grabbing that special energy.
And we did see that ultimate raid take a knockout there, letting the basics come back into attack range. Tyler grabbing a couple energies.
Is he gonna
Oh,
throw
all three.
on-
Maybe throws one on the Noivern to provide the third energy for Distort.
One on Wyvern, one on Shaman, and one on ADP in case that Faba comes out.
Yeah, he's got the Faba and he's got the retreat cost for only one double dragon too, so that's, you know, pretty good. Yep, Tyler's got to grab those prize cards.
I honestly don't think Noivern is worth it. I think the Stealthy Hood is doing just fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind like having it built up just in case something comes out of left field and just gobsmacks the Trinity there, but
Big thing for me about Noivern is that you don't even one-shot Bloom.
yeah.
Only with
Oh yeah,
Sonic Bomb.
yeah.
But you can't distort it.
Oh, you were trying to Sunstorm me.
Yeah, good.
Oh, we see Sunspore come down, not even getting a paralyze off. So I guess we'll probably see Guzma targeting down that Rowed Executor with Trepid Sword. Maybe we see the item lock going off the field.
Ultimate Ray.
And we just see Oddish go down, which is fine. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of point in knocking out the Executor if he had a way to make it up there. Because he does still need to take 3 knockouts, even if he had knocked out the or would need 2, but Blake realizing there was nothing left in the match, he just goes ahead and scoops. Alright, well, we will be back with round 4 in a little bit, and we'll catch you later.